teammates within that Turkish team. Zhu Ting sat in the middle of the passing unit. And Sabin will get us underway. The third match of Pool B here in Sapporo for the FIVB Women's World Championships. Zhu Ting gets us underway. Cuba looking very interested. Two in the block, they play high ball to the outside. China have time to dance, get out wide. Lights out on Cuba, first point of this one. Passing problems from Moreno. Zhu Ting serving cross the body to position one to the right side. Coming more central serve, more passing problems at 6s and 7s here. Cuba, as athletic as they are, the passing is going to be the key to success here. It really is. Quick start from Zhu Ting and China. Some pass does go in. Great setting to the middle. Manages to link up with our offense, setting the middle when it's not really there and finding it. Super strong. First point on the board, Cuba. Fantastic setting, matched by wonderful cover. Wang Mingzhe, the libero, has gone underneath that one. Kind of couldn't win the point, but credit where credit's due. Just pings the ball up. Service again, Zhu Ting, not getting the ball into good areas. Bumps at the outside, 2 in. It's a wonderfully well-crafted, high cross-court swing. It shows you go deep enough, you can still apply pressure to the opposition. Oh, it's fly, it's creative. It's just a little pop over the top of the middle player. Oh, it's coming on the inside, my mistake. Chang Ning. Didn't see that one coming, Cuba. The widest set and bring the outside hitter in between. Cuba battling away though. Great work, wider set to the middle, get the middle blocker drifting. The more space they have to cover the middle blocker, the more they have to move, the more chance they're going to be drifting in the air. Free gift, happy day. Chang Ning crushing it here. Another jump float serve. It's a feisty one straight down the line. Out of the system. High bump sets. They get loads of time, and that's a great swing. Zhang Changning just decided to step in and have a look here. Didn't worry about that sharp one. That was a touch off the block, but 9 has just sat in really, and they've left the sharp cross court alone, not to defend it. Cuba high enough to hit big angles. That's for sure. Getting chippy. Same defense yet again, almost getting deep to the left side. Very impressing here. But that's another massive one. Inua. 2 meters, 1 centimeter. That's, well, 6'7", 6'8". And then teaming up there with Ding Xia, the setter, at 180. China, they're a big, big team. Passing's good again. The setter can have a little look at the offense, 1-on-1 on the outside. Nicely done from Zhu Qing, just getting a clamp in the block. Back the move, by regulation Chinese volleyball. It's aggressive, it's fierce, and it's from a high altitude. Poor passing yet again. More gifts for China. Technical timeout. Cuba have proven to be strong in doses, but consistency is a slight problem for them at the moment. China, they're brutal. Contributed everywhere on course so far. Okay, back to that wider set in the middle that's caused some problems. Big high swing from the right side. Just dangerous everywhere. Gong Jiang Yu this time plays for Jiangsu. All of these players, apart from playing China. Cuba's passing, really letting them down, and they're so big in the block. It's a point for Cuba, but really a couple of adjustments in the blocking, making sure they're finishing a little bit more central to the court, and they'll be more successful. Cuba managing to hit their way out of passing troubles. Tipping away again. More out of system hitting. Oh, so Libero just comes in with the old standing roll shot. Quick catch from behind Cuba. They're battling so hard. They can just shake their pass up. They're going to cause China some more problems. Free ball. Wang Yu comes in from that one. Zhu Qing gets blocked out. Zhu Qing now hitting further out of system, but she swings so smooth, so high, and so deep. She's at her height, not even 24 years old yet, but she's at her height, where she just hits up on the ball. Yeah, good luck, Cuba. Good luck.
At this point, they want to take a break. And
timeout called from Cuba. Thomas Fernandez Ortega, born in Pena del Rio. He made his international breakthrough by moving to Venezuela to set up their women's national team, before moving back to take this job at the beginning of the year. For that Cuban team, well, time for change in Cuba. 2, but likes of Rick Lavelle and Fernandez. Just a whole list of athletes, legends to win all 3 of those Olympic Games. Zhu Qing rips the line, but they know exactly where she's going. Great read.
once again, a good ball by Cuba. Yes,
Darius, the captain, just, you see her sit in the pocket early on in that dig. No, he won't. They go straight to Moreno, feeding it to the outside. But the defense and the reading, she could tell that Zhu Ting was turning in the air, therefore she was going to hit the ball to the line. China tipping away again. They're not having everything their own way here, are they? Zhu Ting started again. Cuba. When you play like that with the height and the athleticism and the guile, so nice to watch. Causing China a problem or two early on. It's a good pass forward. Decision making from China. Excellent. They know that Zhu Ting is their main weapon, but they use her when the play is spread to position 2. So now the ball's carrying 9 meters. That puts the middle blocker there from Cuba under all sorts of pressure, and Zhu Ting really does just have a free go at it. Taking away again, ball's just ricketing around, block out. Cuba goes for the celebration, but it does miss the sideline. Really good swing. Move on. Xianggu. Rockets blasting down the line. Once again, the top teams on this planet, female volleyball, they serve so well, and the difference between the women's and the men's is the women's net is so much smaller that actually it means that sometimes the float serves is so difficult to pass. It comes so quickly. No Zhu Ting goes back opposite, well read. Just mixing up proceedings here, Gong Xianggu. Saw pace to the line, and then we see precision over the top. 14-7. Better passing. Still no middle for Cuba. They only really used it once that I can remember throughout this set. They need to use it more if they're going to trouble China. But when they have that much aggression, who says that Montalvo on the outside is high, but they know that they hit the ball from a high point too. That one to the left and then China's doing it again. They move the ball long distances. The longer the distance that you set the ball, the tougher it is for the middle blocker to get out, and Zhu Ting looks exactly in that gap to score. Aguilera, too slow. Out of system, spiking again for Cuba. They can swing high, but the Chinese blocked very high too. There's the net touch. Second technical timeout. China has taken big, but at the same time, Cuba are doing some good things. It's just the first touch. Consolidate the pass.
1セット目から4セット目までがこのテクニカルタイムアウトがあると覚えておいてください。
The Chinese flags are waving. I understand why. It's a glorious period. Be a Chinese volleyball fan, and there's another. Zhu Ting. serving, spiking. She goes again, same one on the front court. Cuba trying to catch out. It's a great setting from Cuba. Then shooting sits very deeply and manages to get the block. Going to the line. Perez just sitting on the outside of the block. Maybe a different system from Cuba, sitting, trying to protect the angle. You see some teams really trying to get their sixth player sat behind inside the seam of the block. So they're there to sweep up anything that hits the block and anything that goes through the center of it. Accurate setting again, trying to get hitters one-on-one. Not today. Marina Ferrero brings out the back.
This time, timeout by Cuba again.
Another timeout from Cuba. They're down by 11, but they're going to cause some problems for some teams in this group.
Let's do it together to support Team Cuba.
You picture the coach of China and really just in all of their success. Also coached the United States women's team in silver in the World Grand Champions Cup. Also a silver plate in the 2000 Games. But she's a Hall of Famer. She is a legend, and you'd think alongside Karch, Garay from the USA, that the two big names that potentially could face off again in another major final. Once again out of system, 3 in the block this time. What an angle though! Oh my days! You could have 5 in the block and you still would not protect that area of court. Montalvo, hats off. Shooting the target, always at position 1. Takes her out the pipe attack as well, and also takes the opposite out. But this time 3 in the block works. It's a monster block, but really, that sharp angle, and China is so big in the block that it's going to take something special to beat them when they have 3 up. And that's what we saw last time, the sharp one, but not this time. You go to the line, lights out. Two big blocks in a row. Zhang Ning is on absolute flames. High, pressing, aggressive. China absolutely rocking it here. High balls to the outside, sharp angles. Vamos to China. Those sharp angles hurt China massively. They really do. I'm serving that one from the car park. Oh, it's a monster block. And it's a rare moment of absolute bliss. 2 in from Cuba, that'll do. Once again, Aguilera serving from the car park. More middle work, trying to feed the middle after it's been blocked out. That's a monstrous swing as well from Montalvo. China stay alive long enough to win the points. One-sided game on the scoreboard, but it's entertaining as you'll get from a game that's so one-sided scores-wise. Issue needing sorting, you can tell the referees working together through headsets. No challenge as such, maybe checking rotation or server. Right, we are all good. Cuba standing very high up the court for this late serve, but they chuck it back and pass underarm. Some teams you'll find trying to pass that overarm. 3 in, snuggle through. Lyris. And a game where it just seems to be getting faster and faster. To see Cuba playing slowly, but trying to get their athletes hitting from an optimal height to hit good angles. It's quick, it's fierce, it's found the gap. Snaps back to 5. No defending. Shooting, reading the game so well. Front court setter. So there's no front court attack from the right side. So Zhu Ting comes in to help, helps channels them towards position 1, where Sura is waiting. First set point for China. First passing is very close. Happy days for China. It's an easy victory in the first set for them in this World Championship. They're looking to improve on the 2nd of 2014. What a start! Zhu Ting and co have had it all their own way.
And now everyone, let's follow this wonderful music with Japan and let's clap your hands together.
So, set 1. Everything going China's way. 25-12. More attacks, but look at the blocks. 5 blocks to 1 from Cuba. And that's a money maker. The high balls to the outside. China managing to get 3 in the block quite often, just because of the speed of the play from Cuba is quite slow, so it gives time for China to get 3 in the block, which cuts down the amount of angles that the spikers can hit. Zhu Ting, well, she's having a great game from the service line. Managed to whip a few in a row. Continue the opposite making some points as well, but really impressive stuff from China. Zhang Ning as well, scoring multiple points from the baseline, from position 2, which is the right front, and the left front as well, position 4. Chance to Cuba in transition on the counter-attack. That gets them off the mark. Slowing the game down, slowing the arm down. China's defense can't react. Passing into good zones. Outside, drifting block. Block does do its job. It slows the game down. Gives Cuba a chance to counter-attack, but the swing is fraction wide.
This time for China. 1-1 equalizer.
Yang Yi starts again. Cheng, as we mentioned, on Yang Yi. Passing a little bit of spray. Coming by. 3 in the block from China. There is nowhere to go. They're so high. And between the 3 of them, this could be a great shot. Where do you go? Any other angles, and you're struggling to hit with power, you have to take pace off. They're cutting off all the hitting angles. Oh, and even when it's 1-on-1, there's a monster block from Zhang Ning. It doesn't matter where they go, Cuba. They are getting shut down for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Pass is better. Fast plays, they can use the middle. They're reading everything here. No matter where Cuba play the ball from, there's no way past. Zhang Ning and Co on the front court. The passing is better from Cuba, but they have to play quicker to get through China and their great wall on the front court. That's better, just 2 in the block, so the spike's a little sharper. Utilise it through a little bit more. Min Jae, the libero, sitting very high in defense there. Serves good, right on the front court receiver. But they're strong, China. Cuba block, manages to get across well. Once again, gets the positive touch. And that's a very positive touch. Ayana. They're doing okay, Cuba, when they're in transition, or they can hold the middle inside out. It's another serve from the deep area. Serve from way downtown. Very difficult to track. Just have to get the camera with a wider lens. Good middle work. That's what you want from the middle. Showing position 5 or being able to show that you can hit that back right of court. You can go either way then. You hit 5 or 1, you score. You hit 6, you get blocked. 5-4, Cuba. In there though. System 3 in the block. You think, yes, there is. Zhang Ning has the furthest to travel there. So she doesn't close the gap between the blocks. You leave a gap, players at this level, they will take it from you. Never in the block again. You think so? No. Here, deciding to sit off and either take the sharp one. The setter isn't the biggest blocker, so take the sharp one. Great use in transition to find the middle. They have a choice, the wing blockers. They can either choose to sit off and play defense or join in the block. And if you're a smaller blocker, you are going to make that choice. The thing Stewart does again. There's another huge block. It really is. It doesn't matter where they go, Cuba. China are making blocks for fun. 8 in the first set. We're seeing multiple blocks again early on here. They're blessed with middle blockers, really. But Xiang Yin made that one. It'll be interesting to see how China fare against a team that play faster, pass a little bit stronger to position 3 or 2.5, where they can run the middle a little bit more, and then they can try and hold the Chinese middle on the other side of the net. A little bit longer. If teams can run the middle, the opposition middle blockers, they have to respect that. They have to watch for that attack first before they can release to the outside. If you don't use the middle and you don't pass well, the front center of the court, China are gonna have an absolute field day. When you give them time to get to the flanks, it really is easy to Disputing everything. Now we're heating up. Out of system, hitting downtown Cuba. Doug again back in the middle. A little bit of pinball. But Cuba released the ball to the opposite with a feisty swing. It just misses out from Ceci. So much better than Cuba. The pass goes into a good zone. It just means the setter's life is made so much easier. Moreno can just work the ball straight to the middle. And now China's middle might have to hold a little bit. Money-making material. Everywhere there. Running it quick reverse, there's always going to be a gap to snap back angle if the middle doesn't travel with you. Snapping to the line. Cuba in this one, really hanging with China. They use the middle, and look at that, when the ball goes to the outside this time, there's only one blocker. Quick from Xu King. Once again, the middle slightly slower. Aguilera struggling to keep tabs. Beyond Ding Xue. It's a quick pass from China, quick set as well, and you can just see there's gaps in the block because of the speed and the options that Ding Xue has to operate and manipulate her offense. Growing in stature and performance. And this is a credit to the way that Ding Xue has just run her offense. She's run the middle back twice. Now, on a wider set, she brings Xu Ting just over the top. There's a massive gap. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she's using every trick in the book. jolting, stiff, rigid arms of Cuba means the ball pings off. The passer, you want slow, smooth, passing. Show a picture to your setter so they know where the ball's going. Once again, struggles in the serve reception, and she just sits in. Oh, China showboating. It's a wide set to the middle, and Xu Ting can just do what she likes. The last time she went over the top of that set. This time she comes right inside. Cuba's middle having to work so hard to keep tabs on Xu Ting. They're fighting, Cuba. Ding Xia, you have to give credit to Ding Xia as well. Just the way that she's running the show from an offensive perspective. That's an ace serve. Here is Ramos down the line. Can she do it again? No, and then she fixes the problem. Great volleyball from China. I'm watching a really great performance. Yang Ni this time getting in on the action, but to be able to put the ball in that spot from the libero from that position at one, world class. They're out, it's just slightly no middle. Big angle using the two-second system. Moreno hitting on the front court. Very rare that you see this from a team at world level now. Ready with two setters. Coverage. Helping Cuba grow again. Ball's tight, so you have to try and use the block. If you try and hit hard there, you're going to have a bad time. Serves again. Just doing everything an absolute plate for her setter. This time the block goes out. I didn't see her. Setters. We've given her credit for the way that she's run the game here this evening, but all stems from your passing units. If your pass is good into position 3, really this setter is good enough to do whatever she likes. And she is. She really is. Good timeout to do the passes put on point, but There's another monster block from China. This is happening far too many times for Cuba. 2 in, ball goes straight down. Out of system again, 3 in the block maybe? No, just the 2. Big bits of defense. And this is Cuba, like, pound for pound, at the net, they're competing. Physically, they're there. But they play a little bit slower, and their pass is slightly, sometimes, too often out of system. Wonderful play. Get the middle going backwards, get the height teaming through, and give them absolutely no block to hit around. Great setting, good running of a play. It's a blocking once again. Young Xingyue. The play is great though from China. Super spikes from Cuba. We see that. We know they've got that in the locker. Smuggled through between the hands of China. Again, slide attack from the middle. Using the pipe to try and get them on an end. Sleeping. Trying to sit off to take the tip, but the tip was on a sharper angle than even she imagined. Out of distance, they get 2 in the block now, Cuba, but they're high enough. They just hit gnarly angles. No middle. That ball's almost hitting the roof. It's going so high to the outside. And the one comes in to use the middle. That's a great option. Using the middle when you're front onto the net isn't that easy, but Marina just puts it in the path of Suarez. She will do the rest. Almost a little bit of love from the net, but no joy to Cuba's King. Goes to the tip, but it's a great pickup. They're fighting fiercely and hard. There's a net touch, so Cuba. Can you believe it? They're squeezing back into this one. In China, they need the timeout. Some of us, and myself included at the beginning of this second set, thought this one was going to be easy, this second set, but no, they're aggressive, they have heart, they have desire, and look, they're right back in the game. Just make China feel a little bit uneasy. Ming Jie, absolute worldie again. Everything the setter is doing here, is just marvellous. The width is so good on this set. The middle can access the line. After previously banging the last 2 back angle. Yeah, mysterious China in offensive. But the fades off the body, working around. The block is good from Perez and Cuba as well. They're finding ways to side out here. Almost. Right back into this one. Concentration at 3,000% for Cuba here. Chance. And this is suiting at her best. She's 6'6", but she's dynamic. The ball's out of system, so she just slows down her approach and she stays high over the top. Struggle down Cuba, chance China, more showboating. Well read though. Tamea, second time asking China take the point, but Tameo holds her ground nicely there, Tamero. Come out for Cuba. Time is running out in this second. They're right in touch, back to just 2 points, but at key times, big players come through. Lu Ting being one of them, being Thea, another, just setting aside great decisions, running plays for very good reasons. Plays just to distract the middle and try and get hitters one-on-one, or sometimes with no block at all. That's the aim of the setter. How can they lay out a play that's going to leave no blockers with? Out of system. Phenomenal setting. Sabine just gets her feet round the ball and manages to get the ball in the pathway of Aguilera, who then just gets chippy over the top. Wonderful work from Cuba there, setting out a system to the middle. One-on-one, you would back her every time. Another timeout from Cuba. They're looking like they're going to go 2 down here. Vega trying to motivate his team. Communication, but the mistake meant the offense was a little unorthodox. Therefore, catching China a little bit out of sync. And here, quite low enough maybe in defense there to react. Sharp angles, the aim, good blocking again from Cuba. What a great timeout. We're back to just 2 now. Revving up the engine, firing up the furnace. Cuba are pushing China here. Service big, odds and ends. Problematic times. The world #1 seed. Aguilera serving with a bit of venom. China, struggle town. 3 in a row for Cuba. Panic button pressed for Lang Ping. Aguilera on an absolute serving so well. Need to score here, China. It's a really good swing out of the system. Poor passing from Li Ying, but getting a feet inside the ball, whipping high off the block, staying high was key. Substitution. Li Ying comes in, serving on set point. It's been a different dynamic here in this second set, that's for sure. To the middle, the paintbrush from Cuba. Saves 1 set point, and the bench roaring. Can they save a second set point here? China's passing slightly better this time. Goes back to the outside. Now there's some confusion. A real chance to counter hit. To the outside, Cuba. More blocking prowess from China, and although the dynamic in this set has been different, the result has been the same. China lead by 2 sets to 0, but Cuba, they've impressed.
第2セットは25対23で中国が取りました。この結果、中国は2セット連取。さあ、勝利まであと1セットとなりました。
Remember all the support to all the teams and how that will do even better. As you can see, Cuba is coming up again.
They're more aggressive. They serve better, didn't they, Cuba? More aggressive in every aspect of the game than they were. High fives all round. That's a happy coach. Playing the #1 ranked team in the world, taking them to 23 and having opportunities to go into overtime. Wang Ping is having to consolidate here. If we look at some highlights. (2-0) to China. More attack from Cuba, definitely more effective at the net, more aggressive, hitting better angles. Blocks again from China. That's 15 in 2 sets. That has to be fixed from Cuba. But when they don't get the middle in, when the pass isn't central and high, doesn't even have to be high, when the pass isn't central enough and they can't use the middle blockers are too strong getting to the wings. More errors from Cuba, but they're attacking better. And they're happier. This might not be the Cuba of the 90s, but they're having fun and they're causing some issues for the #1 team in the world right now. Gong Zhengyu, Zhu Ting, Yao Di starts as center this time. Ding Xia having a rest. Yang Yi will start also on the screen. Perez Ramos starts again. Cameo the libero also. Aguilera also starting, and the service pressure has started again. It's kept its place in the Cuban team. Service pressure. It played so well in the last set. Because it starts again. Lin Li, the libero, putting the ball on the plate. That means China can just run the show. Super spike, but super volleyball. One-on-one, middle takes the middle away. All day Zhu Ting, all day. Good passing from Cuba now. Now they use the middle, and they're successful. Cuba, they're starting to believe here. Aguilera doing a great job. Focus. Zhu Ting really had to block one of her finest passes out of the locker on that one. Zhu Ting makes the pass, and then China make the blocking for Cuba very difficult. It's a super spike again, coming from all areas. Alama this time, she loves hitting off the body. Loves going off the body, firm down, operating across the court. It's very strong. This is a different game we're watching than what we saw in the first. The first set was China making blocks, Cuba not passing well enough, so the game was slowing down to the outside. The outsides were just getting blocked up. But now they're competing. Erratic, but entertaining and slightly marvellous at the same time. From Cuba though. They might have got blocked out, the point might go to China. But the process is strong. Pass goes into a good zone. They can use the middle. Maybe that's just the time where you don't use the middle because you've got two Chinese blockers waiting for it. But better from Cuba. They're passing out the system, so no middle. Two in the block once again. Oh! Maybe that's a good bad one from Sit. Slow down arm. Was it a dispatch or did she mean to slow down and go through the block? Hopefully the second one, because it's a great swing if that is the case. You slow your arm down and you mess with the blocker's timing. We'll pop over the top from the Ying Ying. And that's just a purposeful play. They know if the middle's on time, over the top comes the outside spiker, the wing spiker, the gap will be open. Really good play. Scurrying around a little bit all over the place. Back to Zhu Ting. She unloads. Gibbs chasing everywhere. You take it. No, you take it. Cuba say. Poor communication leads to a spiking error.
Let's go China, come on!
Sabine this time finds the net. Technical timeout lead by 4. Same story, 4-point lead for China. But Cuba have to be happy with some aspects. I mean, their pass is much more consistent. They're showing signs of building something really good. Just, China are a world-class team. They have strength, combination plays, the way they're using blockers. Really, really good from China.
Cuba.
Wonderful. And it's time for us to cheer for Team China.
今度は中国に。
准备你们的掌声，中国，中国，中国，中国 ！You guys are wonderful.
China. And all this hard work from Cuba, they just can't stay consistent enough. See, Ying. The crowd here loving their volleyball. Passing problems again. Well done though. Alama squeezes the ball through. It's tight. You can't really unleash on it. You have to try and just nurdle the ball through the block. Three in the block this time from Cuba. Cuba have just given China a little bit of their own medicine. Served them out of system, got three in the block, and rained down a little bit of pain. Much better. They don't like passing from position one, China, do they? Setters tried to move up, but luckily they've got two on the court at the moment. They have a second chance here. Maybe that's a chance missed from Cuba. No, it's alive, and then it's a chip from way downtown, and the ball flies out the back. Hustling hard, but Cuba, when they make a dig or they manage to get a free ball, they have to make it count if they're going to get to 25 first in one of these sets. You can't waste opportunities against the top-ranked team in the world. Crossover this time. Works to cause a bit of mischief. Moreno well off the net, but it gives an option to hit high off the hands. On the outside. Talk about hitting high. That's Su-Ting just muscling the ball. Doesn't really get her body through this one. She just unleashes on it though. Tamea. Well, she just doesn't relax on it, but you can understand why. It's a meaty blow. Fine second, finding the middle from deep right. China back in system. They need to take this chance, Cuba. No, more excellent blocking. If they're not making kill blocks, they're slowing the game down. It's working very well. The way they move across the net, exemplary. And finally, once again, Iris gets the ball through the block of China. 3 times in this set we've seen the Chinese block drifting, not quite finishing, and it just drizzles down them. High passing. Su-Ting's looking to run that combination just over the top of the middle blocker. The middle comes in quick, she comes in on a second tempo over it, but if the pass is that tight, it really limits the setter's control of the ball. Hustling everywhere, Cuba. Out on the wings. They're causing some problems. They're not playing overly quick, but they're finding seams. They're going around the block, they're going through the block, and for teams watching and scouting for the rest of the competition, they will see ways of scoring points against China.
多啊，稍微不要掉头，你是要给快吗？给高一点，这边还是给高点，然后头太掉了，跑得快，要不一共打好，哎，好的好，哎，加油！
Let's go back to the club again.
Just when you start to write Cuba off, they just nuzzle their way back in. They have a little wriggle and establish themselves again. Fast plays. Cover from Zhu Ting, just all round, isn't she? Free ball. Make it count, Cuba. No. Aguilera gets shot down from Zhu Ting, and that's a problem. You run that reverse ball, and you face the problem of trying to spread the play like this, but you just run it straight into Zhu Ting. Keep the ball away from her would maybe be a good idea. Good lead. But they're playing so much better. Spike, but it's a super pass, and it's a very good set. It's a wider middle run, stretching the play. Zhu Ting hammers the line. One-on-one, it's a gamble blocking game. Ace as well. He times. Look who steps up. Zhu Ting, whether she's blocking, whether she's spiking on the front, and then she comes back and serves deep to one. Tomeo absolutely nowhere near that one. A 4-point game. Zhu Ting taking matters into her own hands. Off the net. We've got heart and desire though, Cuba. But China have the power and consistency. Every spike's a super spike from China at this moment in time. Fast passing. Wonderful session. The ball's fast and in front of Morena, and then she can just flip it back where it came from, but the middle's drifting onto the right-hand side of the Chinese court. Therefore, there's space at the net. Li Ying decides to block a bit of angle, gets beaten to the line. China passing dimes. This game, there might be a 5-point gap, like we said in the first, but there's great volleyball from both sides. Technical timeout, China lead by 5. Best game of the day here in Pool B. Cuba, they're down 2-0. Losing out by 5, but they mean business here. Minion coming on to serve. It's a wonderful serve as well, but Zhu Ting has to get in and make the read. Zhu Ting absolute difference maker. Yes, Yi Ying is the player that whips it away, but when everybody else steps back, Su Ting takes control of the whole court. Slightly out of system, back to the middle again. Scoop from Hu is strong. Back to Ying Ying. They're putting everything into this Cuba. You have to give them so much credit. Tomeo a little bit slow on the tip. China are being pushed and they're playing really, really well. But Cuba is still with them at times. Two in. Another monster block. How many in this set? 8 in the first, 7 in the second. Multiple blocks in this one. The game changer. As soon as they're out of system, the middles work so nicely and finish well. Heads are starting to go down now from Cuba. You can feel it. Why the set fading back. Ting Xue. Here comes the boom. Almost looks to 1 and then fades it back to 5. Keeping the ball out the middle of the court. Strange timeout dynamic this from Cuba. Everybody lining up and looking at the coach. Ting always delivering. Still just 23 years old. Another monster block. They just keep coming and coming and coming from the middle, from the wings. A 10-point game. Cuba, you've played so well, but China have just taken it up a gear. Setting is ropey. Slightly tight. Smiles for China. They're 3 away here from sealing the deal. Once again out of system. 2 in the block. That one's not going over. Unsure whether it's a block or looks as if it's 4 touches was the call from the referee. This will show us. There was the 4th touch from Moreno. Short serving, trying to take the middle out. She'll do it all by herself. Bit of DIY from Aguilera. Dirty. Needing a miracle. Serving from super deep, but the serve that has made China a little bit unhappy. Chance to recycle here, chance in transition. Scoring everywhere. Cuba. Come on then, back you come. Nice reactions from Lin Li. Just turning, opening up, chasing the ball back, tracking it well, getting behind it. Cuba, elbows out, starting to play well again, but the speed too strong. They play high, but they play quick. That's the difference between the 2 teams as well. Cuba play high, but China play higher, they play faster. Change. Then Chun Lei comes in. And then Chun Lei serving also for the match. It's a ruthless reply to save the first match point from Cuba. Second chance. It's a long way back though for Cuba, although they have played so well at times. They've battled, but China have been too strong in the blocking department. Zhu Ting has led China to an opening win here in Pool B, and Cuba still haven't beaten China since 1998, a year when they won this competition. China, the world's #1 team, well, they're strong all over the courts. Straight sets victory for China. Italy earlier on today when they beat Bulgaria. And also Turkey. The three big hitters off the big starts. In Cuba, the score may not flatter them here. 12 and 14, the one set to 23. But they really did play well, and they really did dig their heels in, play aggressively. But the crowd are happy. And Zhu Ting has really led her team again here. How many times will we say that throughout? But it's a team effort from China. They're good all over the pitch. 25-14. More attacks. The blocks, 8 in the first, 7 in the second, 5 in the third. That's outrageous. As we look to head down in just a moment to hear from Zhu Ting. More errors from Cuba again. That's something we saw in every set. The same pattern, really. But China, they win in 3. The second set really entertaining. All 3 were entertaining. Actually, Cuba really did play well, but it'll be interesting to hear what Zhu Ting, the captain of China, has to say about that performance. We're going to head down courtside to hear from Zhu Ting. Right away, sorry, there's a slight pause. We did have Zhu Ting ready for you just a moment ago, but she's had to run off and sign the score sheets. Captains have to sign the score sheets after the game, and she will be very happy. It was a professional performance, really. They just have strength and depth in the setting position as well. Ding Xia started nicely. Now Di stepped up as well. Both of the setters really working the plays, running the blockers around, creating space for the hitters to work in. Wonderful from China. Can they go the whole way? Yes. Will they? Well, there's a Russian team that might go close. There's also a USA team that ooze class. It's an open field. That's a no-brainer for sure. But China, off the back of gold at an Olympic Games, second in the World Championships in 2014, they have everything it takes, that's for sure. Service pressure, big in the blocking department. Cuba, going to be interested to see how they fare. It looks like we are now ready to go courtside to hear from Zhu Ting.
Here we are, Zhu Ting, and China got the first win. So what is the feeling about today's match?
Because it's first match, I think my players play very good, yes.
So any expectation for the match coming up?
What? 明天土耳其是吧？
明天
土耳其吗？哦，Turkish. You know, it's my place, Euro League. I know it's. I think it's tomorrow. I want to win. Yes. Giovanni, I'm sorry.
So, but this time you are the second time coming to the World Championship. Any special meanings for you?
Meanings for me.
特别的意义，这是第2次来到世界的锦标赛。
First come champion. I'm young. I'm very young. Today is my is big. Sorry.
So this time is very special because Team China in this station they will face Turkey and Italy. Do you think it's difficult for you or your team?
I think Italy. Yes.
So any special arrangement? I see that in your training that you have trained some more defense. So any special training for the defense?
She's your defense is good and it's a player very tall. It's blocker. I think difficult. Yeah.
Hope you can win one more game. Thank you, Zhu Ting.
Do you think more experienced than last World Championship, but happy with that performance? Let's look at some highlights. So there you have it, Pool B. Turkey are leading. China and Italy both winning straight sets today, but that's all we've got time for today in Japan. We'll see you tomorrow.